morning, everybody. It is August 23rd, 22nd, 23rd, Sunday. It's Sunday in August. Rainy day here in Prague. I have my customary pastry for breakfast, and I am heading to the Jewish Quarter. That's something that we weren't able to do in Prague last time we were here. It's a set of 4 or 5 synagogues. Each of them tell a little different part of Jewish culture or history, and then it all ends with a memorial for the Holocaust. So I'm going on my own today, very exciting, and we'll see how it goes. So this is the Misel Synagogue. It's the first one I went to. It talks about the history of the region and of those of Jewish faith. And basically, I think it's from when they started here, when they were removed from Jerusalem during the Crusades, to about the 18th century. It's kind of cool in this one because they talk a lot about the history and how, even though the Jews were an important part of the society here because of the marketplace, they were big merchants, and they were also, money lenders because they had the money. And unfortunately, a lot of Jewish people who gave out money were eventually killed, because one way to get out of your debts is to just kill the person you have a debt to. So quite a sad thing. So we're gonna move to the Spanish synagogue next. All right, so this is the Spanish synagogue that I just got out of. Basically, it has the history from the 18th century through today, including a lot on, obviously, World War II. But what's interesting is at the beginning of the 18th century was the emancipation of the Jewish people. So the tax on Jews was reduced, the ability to own land, the ability to free movement, all that stuff was returned to the Jewish people. And then, of course, people that didn't get that freedom, because they didn't do it to everybody, were pissed. And so there was a lot of anti-Semite. And then, of course, the Jews had to decide, am I going to be a German or am I going to be Czech? And so that caused division too. So there was a lot of division in this. Now I'm going to eat some lunch and then I'll move on. Okay, so I couldn't find a thing for lunch, but then I saw that I was close to the river, so I decided to walk over to the river. So you got Prague Castle, we're probably going to tomorrow. And we're on this pretty river, which looks really nice. Got little angels on top, construction, and some crazy building. I have no idea what it is. Doesn't look like it's a museum or anything, so I think it's just a hall now for events. But looks pretty cool. Gonna have to do a river boat ride one of these days. So I found a place to eat right outside my synagogue, excuse me. Sitting on a corner, found a sandwich, and then yeah, start with the next adventure. I'm outside the Pinkasova synagogue. Inside is nothing. It's the oldest synagogue in the area. Inside, they just have the walls are white, and they're just covered with the names of everyone who died from this area. Outside, they have the trip of no return, which basically says where everybody went. A lot went to Poland, some went to Riga, Verona, but not many people survived. And when they did come back, there wasn't many people here. I think they say now that only about 2,000 Jewish people live either in Prague or in Czech Republic. I think it was Prague. A very, very small community compared to what it was. So yeah, the inside the synagogue was really cool. Like I said, all the names are all over. And you have 2, famous speakers, famous actors saying all the names throughout it, which is quite interesting. And then music in between, but you can see how delicately all the names are written. You can see in pencil where it was written, and then someone took paint, painted right over it. So pretty humbling, pretty crazy, and interesting. So we're in the Jewish graveyard. What's interesting about this is we're about 10 feet off the ground. So basically, the graveyard, people would bury people, put a layer of dirt, bury more people, bring the headstone up, bury more people. So they say there's 12,000 headstones here, but they think that the amount of people actually buried is much more. Okay, I know I'm being kind of a big nerd, but this is the path within the cemetery. Look how well all these rocks fit exactly in together. And that's the whole freaking path, I just realized. Like, that's intense, man. Alright, so I just left the last two places that I paid for, Klausen and Ceremonial Hall. The Klausen Synagogue talked about the culture of Judaism, and then the Ceremonial Hall talked more about the funeral culture. So it's quite interesting. All right, folks, I'm done with my synagogue tour. I saw the new old church, or synagogue, which was not supposed to be part of my ticket, but it was, and so I went into there, which is the oldest actual synagogue that's still in use. So that's pretty cool. I'm now walking back through City Center. So you got Town Hall there. I stopped in this St. Nicholas Church real quick. It's one of the Husan churches, original Protestant. And inside, I'll do a picture of it. It's a beautiful chandelier. Like, it was really cool. So yeah, so now I'm gonna go find myself some ice cream. And then I'm gonna head back to our Airbnb. See if I can get Mike to come out for the day, maybe go to Charles Bridge and walk around, because it was supposed to rain all day. It's not. So anyways,